What's up, guys? You can see that we had an awesome shoot this morning. Went out to Stone Mountain, and me and my girlfriend, we climbed up and we got some awesome footage. And today we're going to be using that footage to create our next project, which is going to be an abstraction. I was really happy with my photos, and I like them what they like they are, but we're going to take one of them today and we're going to start to simplify it, right? We're going to simplify this photo to make it more abstract so you can't really tell what it is, and this helps with us with seeing the composition inside of it, because sometimes when we're looking at photos, sometimes it's maybe a little difficult to see the overarching composition. But as you can see, when you start to break down the elements of a photograph or a piece of artwork and down into shapes, you can really start to see how these compositional elements start to form and how they align on the page. So let's jump over to the computer, and I'm going to use a program to kind of break things down for you. Okay guys, we are on the computer now, and I am going to be showing you Lightroom. This is kind of our first look. I've referenced Lightroom a couple times in last week's lesson, kind of like just dropping the hint that like, hey, go check this app out, or hey, go check this out in the browser program. But this is what we're going to be using to edit a lot of our photos, and this is going to help us, one, edit our photos later when we're putting together our professional portfolios, and two, when we're taking images for future projects, this is going to help us edit them. So I opened up Lightroom CC. I have the desktop version, but you can open this up in your browser, and here's some of the pictures I took today. And of course we have, this is one of the pictures this is the picture of me drawing later, but I'm gonna take a picture I haven't edited yet and go ahead and edit it up. So this is one right here. Look, so you can see, like, I took these right next to each other, and you can see how much different they look, right? By switching some of the levels and pulling out some colors, you can really change how your photo feels. And you're changing the shapes as well, right? Like, you don't really see those radiant lines coming off the sun that much, but once we start to mess with our levels and our shadows and our highlights, you can really start to see those radiant lines pulse across the sky, right? The light leaks start to shine a little bit more. You're seeing some shapes really get brought to life. This is gonna help us when we go into simplification later. So I'm gonna take this image right here, and I'm just gonna go through a little basic thing, right? So we're gonna be like playing around with our little slider of exposure. So it's a little hot, right? It's a little too bright, so I'm gonna take this down just a hair, pop up the contrast a little bit. You can see the highlight slider like makes, ooh, highlights are brighter, highlights are not as bright, right? So I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna push it down just a little bit to our shadows, right? So in our area right here where it's all in shadows, you can brighten those shadows up or you can keep them low. I like them kind of vignette-y, so I'm gonna kind of just keep it right at -11. I'm gonna pop up my lights a little bit, make my blacks a little bit darker, right? White's a little bit lighter. And then also you can take the curve, your point curves, and if you make an S shape with this on the bottom, so you're making your darks darker, and then at the top you're making your lights lighter. You can see how we're pushing that it's a nice S curve, and we can see we already starting to see these light rays pop out, and the color's looking great. Right now you can get a little bit more advanced and start messing with the color curves as well, but we'll save that for later. Now going down to color, what we're going to end up doing here is you can actually tilt the slider, right? Make it more yellow, make it more blue. See, I want look a little bit more natural, so we're going to push that blue a little bit, right? Boom, nice. Now we got that blue sky with that yellow on the bottom. Vibrance, pop the vibrance up a little bit, right about there. A little bit more saturation. I'm going to add a little clarity to make these lines pop out a little bit more. You can see how you can either kind of make it a little bit muddy, or when you're going up, pushing that clarity a little bit up, you can see those lines a little bit more. And I'm going to put a slight vignette on it, just a little bit, just a slight little dark vignette. So as you can see, the photo looks a lot better now, just after changing just a few things, right? This helps us, one, establish nice shapes, and it lets us see a little bit more of the detail in the photo, right? So this is a good thing to put your photos in. Open it up on a browser. You can type in like lightroom.com. You have a login for it using your Gmail account, and then also you can use it on your phone as well if you rather use it on your phone. But yeah, a very nice thing to use. But today we are going to be editing this photo right here. No, not this one. Where did it go? This one. I really like this photo that I took this morning, so we're going to be drawing this one out today. So I'm going to go to my sawhorse, and we're going to get to drawing. And so after you get your photos edited and then looking nice, and guys, don't be afraid if you need to go retake some photos for something that's really going to fit you. Like, that's what I did. Like, I took photos already, but I was like, you know what, I want to take some more photos. And so I took some more photos, edited them back out, and we're going to go take this and we're going to go simplify this into more of an abstract piece of artwork. So I will see you at my sawhorse. Okay, you can see here that I just kind of drew out a sketchbook page just so it can be easier for y'all to kind of see what I'm doing. But I'm opening the picture up on my phone, so if y'all would just get out your sketchbooks, and you can see that I'm going to start laying out what I see, laying out some big chunks of items, just as bigger shapes. Looking back on my drawing is really funny. I kind of placed it, I made it a little bit too big inside my square. So I'd probably go back and make it a little smaller if I could, which I'll probably redraw it, to be honest with you. But you can see the idea that I'm breaking down all of this stuff into shapes, and keeping it in its simplest form, right? It's kind of nice to break things down to its most simple form and then look at it, right? There's not a whole lot of details. We're just going off of shapes, and this becomes more of an abstract composition because it's lacking all those things, right? So we can kind of tell that this is probably a sun, which I'll probably try to make it a little more abstract when I start to add color. But you can see that I've made this simplification of the photo that I have. I'll let you finish out the drawing, and then I'll see y'all in a minute. Guys, thank y'all so much for watching episode 1 of The Simple Things, right? We're simplifying our photographs into abstractions. It's really fun to take photographs that you get to take and edit and break them down into the simplest form to make another piece of artwork. So I'm really excited about this project. So on today's docket, before you watch episode 2, you're going to need to have your sketch done, a photo nicely edited to draw that sketch from, and then you'll be ready for the next video. Guys, make sure the colors in your photographs are looking nice, right? Make sure you're editing them that they don't look dull. We want bright, vibrant colors, but not too much. Don't go crazy. Just make them nice. And get ready for episode 2. I'll see y'all later. Bye.